So it is, $2. Hello and welcome you two to Cthulhu Confidential. I'm here with
Magician.
and we're playing the noir story of one Dex Raymond, Private Eye. What do I know so far? Client, Margaret Deacon, has come to me. Her sister was hurt 6 weeks ago. Went missing, came back not the same, getting $10 a day plus expenses. She's a good accountant. She lives in Beverly Hills with her sister and her father and her butler in a mansion. Sister is Helen, went missing 6 weeks ago, found 4 weeks ago, went missing, unknown, picked up 4 weeks ago downtown. The admirer, one of them that we know is Marshall Daly, no relation to Mayor. Came looking for her when she went missing. Screenwriter at Capitol Pictures, the jealous type. Dear old dad is Roscoe, ex-businessman, retired, gambler. He's got a reputation of debt. 6 months ago, there was a confrontation about spending. Don't know where he likes to gamble. That's one of my main goals today. And we have the servant, Wheatcroft.
That sounds about right.
So, the next morning, what do I do? What do I do?
Well, which clue would you like to pursue?
Wait, I have clues?
Well,
Yes, I have a bunch of facts that I'm...
yes. Pick one of them that you like. Talk it out.
Yes. All right. I should probably go interview and be introduced to the other suspect. I'm sorry, the family members.
Sounds reasonable enough.
So I've got the sergeant for this evening to brief me on the general lowdown of these two regions.
Yes, that would be Len Pollock, who you asked to look into general malfeasance in the area.
Yep. So I am going to take my rather dingy Model T. Comes in any color I want, so long as it's black. To Beverly Hills.
Is one of the doors a different color? Because you had to replace it?
No, because it's also black.
Oh, okay.
They come in one color.
Okay,
Black.
fair enough.
So, it's about 9 a.m.
Okay, so this is this is Beverly Hills. The address you were given will lead you to a 3-story mansion, neoclassical, fancy. There is a fountain.
And a yacht.
Well, not at the mansion, no.
Well, I will park on a gravel side path.
You can see a older man in a servant's uniform just waiting at the stairs for you. He's sneering with disapproval, or maybe that's just the way he is.
That's fine. I'm used to being sneered at. I'm very sneerable. Dex gets out of his car, ambles over, puts a little bit more motion into the amble than is really warranted, but...
Good morning, sir.
Morning to you. Wheatcroft, I presume?
That is correct, sir. What might be the nature of your visit?
Well, I believe Margaret mentioned that I was going to be coming this morning.
She did warn me of the possibilities, sir.
Fantastic. So I don't suppose we could get a cup of coffee and have a quiet chat?
I do not drink coffee, sir.
Tea? Gin? A bit early for that.
How dare you, sir?
Orange juice?
I am not interested in beverages right now, sir.
I understand. So, tell me about you. You must be quite exciting.
I am? No, sir. I am no such thing.
Oh, so how long have you been working here?
A lifetime.
Lifetime, I see. And where did you work in a previous lifetime?
I didn't. This has been my one and only job.
And did you go abroad for the Great War?
No, sir. I was needed here.
Oh. Did any of the family members go abroad for the Great War?
This is a personal question, sir. I'm not sure how it is relevant.
Just getting a feel, saying hi. I see.
Blank stare.
Blank stare. All right.
Mutton chops, white mutton chops,
White
disapproval.
mutton chops. Are you responsible for the cars here?
Among other things, yes, sir.
I don't suppose you remember about 6 weeks ago?
I do, sir.
When Helen left, do you know if she took her car?
She did, sir.
Did she take it alone?
That is not a question I will be answering, sir.
All right, I want to use my investigation skills to see if I can get a read of his face. I want to see if he had to deal with cleaning up her room.
Okay, so to answer your first question, disapproval is the main and only emotion on his face.
Okay.
You'll need to actually ask something about the second.
Did you know? Well, actually, so first off, I shall note that. Wait. So, often picked up by question mark, but he did tell me, which is useful, that she left in her own car.
Yep.
Is her car back?
It has been found, sir. Yes.
Okay. Helen's car. Okay, so Helen's car. She took it 6 weeks ago. Excellent. So, maybe nothing, maybe something goes there. And actually, so since we're dealing in facts, we have Wheatcroft telling us this.
Indeed.
Because we cannot assume that he's telling the truth.
Correct.
Is he telling the truth?
Yes.
Excellent.
It doesn't seem that this fellow actually lies, ever.
He just disapproves of the world.
Yes.
Excellent. Prob true. Okay, so she took it 6 weeks ago. I understand this is sensitive. I know that I'm not going to tell anyone. But it's really important for me to know if she had any callers in her bedroom that night.
I
Around
cannot
that
possibly
time.
answer that, sir.
Perhaps you could say no if she didn't?
I cannot possibly answer that, sir.
Could you hint or maybe tell me one of the maids?
Sir, I must insist.
I'm trying to help her get better. Don't you want what's best for her? You've been a member of her family all these years, and I may be her only hope of recovery. Are you willing to damn her for that?
You? Your only hope of recovery?
Might be, yes. Finding out what's
I
happened?
dare say that is the most unfortunate if true.
It is. But we can make our chances better.
Sir, I have said all I am going to say on this subject.
I understand. Free this evening?
Gives you a blank stare.
There's a great club.
I do not visit clubs.
At this point,
sir.
Dex is just taking the piss.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Very well. Can you show me to her car, please?
Right this way, sir.
Okay. I'm going to evidence collect on her car.
Okay. Okay. Well, there is nothing there that's... There is nothing there that stands out as unusual. There are a couple of small discarded things that might have fallen out of her bag, but you do not find any signs of struggle, unusual dirt, or anything like that. If she was kidnapped, she probably wasn't taken from the car.
Okay. So the car's in good condition, but there's no evidence that the car was involved.
Correct.
All right. Stay. Right click. I'm going to tint this probably red. Just to give a sense that it...
Where?
No? Cool. All right. Fine. Okay, so car's a bust. Thank you, Wheatcroft. Can you show me to Roscoe, please?
I'm afraid Master Roscoe is not in right now.
Very good. Can you show me to Margaret, please?
Right this way, sir.
Oh, and may I compliment you on your mutton chops? They are distinctive. Yep. Alright. Stop it. What does this button do? Edit.
Stop pressing buttons.
What does this button do?
Okay. Why are you pressing buttons?
Because I
play.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah, so you can dye the backside of the card.
You know what? That's fine. It tells me a note that is this thing. And I can just hit F to flip it. Great.
Yep. He leads you to find Margaret in a tiny patio. Well,
Patio?
Patio?
There's no S.
Fine. Who's having her morning tea?
Dex will perform all the gentlemanly politeness, you know,
Mr.
taking
Raymond.
off his hat.
Join me, please.
With pleasure.
I must confess I didn't expect to see you this soon.
You're paying me $10 a day.
And what have my $10 bought me so far?
Your butler is astonishingly tight-lipped. My compliments to you.
I did not need to hire you to learn
Indeed.
that.
It's early days yet, Margaret. It's early days. Started some investigations as to what's going on in those two precincts with a friend on the force. Her car doesn't show any signs of foul play, which is important. And Wheatcroft mentioned that your dad was not here.
Yes, he may come by later today.
Very well. Well, I had meant to have a chat with him, but perhaps a quick introduction to your sister, so I'm not a stranger.
I really do not think that is a good idea.
I won't ask any questions, but I don't want to appear suddenly. Just so that she knows. You can say everything. I'll be in the background.
Well, if you think that's for the best.
Surprises are bad.
Yes, well, in that case, I must insist that you do not try to talk to her while there.
For today,
She's very fragile.
For today, it's just an introduction.
Okay. Fine. Wait here, please. I'll go warn her about this. So she leaves, and if you wanted to do
I take
something...
a piece of toast.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to look around. I don't really expect anything to be here, but
it's well kept.
I will take a piece of toast.
Yeah. About 10 minutes later, she comes back and signs for you to follow.
Dex follows.
Yep. Takes you to the third floor. It's very quiet. Mansion leads you to one of the rooms and gently opens it. Inside there is a young woman lying in bed and a nurse, a also young black woman attending her.
Helen's nurse.
Yes, Helen just kind of stares into the distance. She doesn't react to you entering.
Well, true to my word, I motion to Margaret.
Okay, Margaret will introduce you and basically say that, yeah, this is Mr. Raymond. He will be trying to help us to figure out what happened. He won't be bothering you, but just in case you wanted to know what we are doing, Helen looks at the wall.
Okay, so she's almost catatonic.
Basically, yes.
Right. This comes under the header of kind of important detail. Okay. I motion to the nurse to see if I can chat with her. Outside,
Sure.
of course.
Yep. Before we do that, this is a classic case of damsel in distress.
Yes.
She is quite pretty. She quite obviously needs your help.
I'm smitten with Margaret.
Yeah, that gives you a +1. This will be our first challenge roll of the game. If you were still lonely, you'll have a -2. Because you're smitten with Margaret, it is instead +1.
Sure. Sure thing. What do I do?
So, this is a cool challenge. What is your cool?
My cool is 1.
You roll that 1 die and add +1.
Why is it not straight? Stop. How?
Yeah. Whatever it is you're doing, stop doing that.
Yeah, stop doing that. Okay, so I roll 1 die.
You roll 1 die. The advance is 4+.
I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1. You can choose to take on... So right now you're in the hold territory.
Okay.
You can choose to take on an extra problem, bad memories, to roll a 2nd die.
What does hold mean?
So in general, it is either nothing good or bad happens.
Just status quo?
Mostly the status quo, yes. Getting advance usually gets you an edge, which is a good thing.
Okay, well, I rolled a 2. No, I'm not really feeling bad memories right now.
Okay. In which
I think
case,
I'm bad enough as it stands.
you definitely see why someone would fall in love with her. She's beautiful and damaged and in need of protection. And you feel that urge, but then you notice there's a jagged wound on her wrist where she probably tried to slice it open. And you decide that it's probably best for you to stay away. You have enough self-destruction in your life as it is.
All right, so I will be using probably evidence collection. I want to see visible wounds or damage.
So that's the only thing that will be noticeable on her.
Okay. And so, wound on wrist, are we talking typical suicide attempt? Are we talking...
Rather jagged. So I mean, it would help to look at it in closer.
I take what I get.
But it does seem like it was a frenzied, just one slash with whatever sharp object she found.
What about her other wrist?
It's fine.
So, we've got a couple of alternate hypotheses here. It could be a suicide attempt, but it could also be a trying to cut rope attempt.
Oh, the wound is at most a couple weeks old.
Like I said, if she was tied up and she was trying to cut the rope, that it would be a lot more persuasive if there were wounds on both wrists. A single jagged wound on one wrist?
Yes, note that a couple weeks ago she was already here.
Oh. Suicide attempt 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, this is getting talked about with the nurse then. I'm going to cast my eyes around the room, preferably with an eye towards mementos or photographs or...
The room is very empty of pretty much anything, which does strike you as odd, as if they cleaned it out.
Okay. Well, tipping my hat to the ladies, I will step out and try to motion to the nurse.
Okay, she will look to Margaret for approval when she notes the nurse will walk out with you. Hi?
Hi, I'm Dex.
Ella? How can I help you?
Okay, how do I lock the camera? Ella.
Yep.
How do I lock the camera? Maybe you can help me with that. All right. Hi, Ella. How long have you been taking care of Helen?
Since the next day they found her.
4 weeks?
4 weeks ago, yes, that's right.
Okay. What have how has Helen been?
Poor Helen, the best I can do is make her comfortable.
Okay. And I noticed that she had a somewhat more recent wound.
She shudders a bit. Yes, that was before we thought to remove everything from the room. She just grabbed a scissors and stabbed herself. There was blood.
Can I see what was in the room at the time?
You'll need to talk to Margaret about that. I'm sure she can show you.
You've been very helpful, Ella.
Ella, yeah.
Thanks so much.
Will you be able to find out what happened?
I'm working on that, and if you know of anything, please let me know as soon as you can.
Of course.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Back to Margaret.
Yep. Okay, Ella will
Yep.
go in and Margaret will go out. Well, what do you think?
I want to know what she was looking at. Can I see her stuff?
Of course. We've moved it all to a nearby room.
Okay, so stuff that was in room pre-attempt. Okay.
Okay. So, there are... all of her personal effects are basically laid out on a bed in the nearby room.
Yep.
They're all the fairly standard stuff. There is a photograph of the Roscoe family with still the mother. There is hairbrushes and other cosmetic items. One item stands out. One thing that really looks out of place here. A jar of clear liquid labeled with a strip of masking tape.
With what?
The label is a date, just over 3 months old.
Okay. I want to investigate that with evidence collection, I think.
Yes, so the writing on the tape, on the jar, is not at all like that of Helen.
Okay.
If
Okay,
in the
this is
same
going-
pile of...
You know what? I'm just going to do it like this so that they're... Yep. Okay. So, not Helen's writing.
Yeah, there are a couple of letters that you find in the
Yep.
pile, and it's not. You could spend a push to find out a bit more about it if you wished.
Do I have before the push? Do I have a sense of what liquid's in the bottle?
If you just whiff it,
Yeah.
yeah, that's moonshine.
Okay.
And yeah,
Again, before the push, I look to Margaret. Do you know anything about this?
she shakes her head.
Now use the push.
Okay.
So this just goes warp.
Yep, just excellent.
Oh, now I only have 3.
That's what pushes are for.
No,
The
do not approve.
handwriting is most likely that of a man, and add that a barely literate man.
Male, barely. Okay. Are there any contaminants in the moonshine?
Okay, so the jar is nearly full.
Okay.
No, it looks like regular moonshine, kind of very low-grade stuff. Given that booze is legal again, there's a lot less interest in this type of thing, but some people still make it.
All right. Well, I will note down the handwriting style in my notebook.
Yep.
Did she keep letters to her?
No. Well, the couple of letters there are probably from her mother. They are quite obviously
They're
old.
sentimental old
Yeah.
letters. I asked Margaret if she has kept any correspondence.
She wasn't the type.
Not the type.
Not the type to even receive letters.
Not the type. And the dress that she came home in.
I believe the police have it as evidence. Not that they did much with it, but I suppose I didn't push them either.
Dress. Okay. So what does this get me? This is... So it's nearly full and it's moonshine. Okay. Do the hairbrushes look like gifts?
I mean, they're nice hairbrushes. Nothing here screams personal gift from an admirer.
Okay. So have I learned everything that I can from the moonshine?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Well, okay. No, sorry. You could try and get one of your sources to lift a print of it, because it's obviously not personal Helen's thing, but it would be a lengthy process.
Well, I'm going to leave it... Okay, so possible prints. Alright, so we will leave possible prints for later. Margaret, when should I come back to speak with your father? You said he'd be back in the afternoon?
In the interest of things, you hear a car not quite screeching to a halt outside, but being driven incautiously, let's put it that way. Margaret rolls her eyes a tiny bit.
If you'd be so kind.
She sighs.
Yeah.
Yeah. She will lead you downstairs to find dear old Roscoe stumbling in. Yeah, he's been drinking all night. He's mobile,
Yeah.
disheveled, reeking of alcohol. Margaret, my daughter. He goes to hug her, which she adeptly dodges. Oh, Ed, who are you?
I'm Dex. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
A pleasure to meet you too. He shakes her hand.
I'm a private investigator.
Oh, and what might you be investigating?
What happened to your daughter?
Oh, okay, that straightens him out a tiny bit. He's a lot less cheerful now.
Margaret has hired me,
I see.
and I don't plan to tell anyone, except for her, what's been going on if I find out.
That's good.
Hopefully you can get some coffee and we can have a quick chat.
Of course, yes. Yes, just give me some time to freshen up.
Of course. More toast.
More toast. In maybe 20 minutes, you're beginning to worry that the old fool has fallen asleep.
Yep.
He comes out. He's looking a bit better. The clothes have been straightened out. It kind of sounded from just what bits and pieces you heard that he might have received a dressing down from Margaret. But no, here he is. He comes out, pulls out a chair, sits next to you. Well, my boy, what can I do you for?
Well, I've got a number of questions. Right now, they might seem a little bit all over the place. Just getting the lay of the land. What do you like to drink?
He glances back at the window where Margaret is standing. Coffee?
Dex gives him a meaningful glance.
He nods quietly and moves the coffee so you can pour whatever it is you want to pour into it.
Oh, no. I want to get a sense of what his favorite tipple is.
Oh.
Dex doesn't have...
Dex doesn't have one. Oh, that's very disappointing. Roscoe will just... Yeah.
Note how Dex doesn't have vice as a problem.
Yes.
He has many problems, but vice isn't one.
You get a feeling that he's not really a connoisseur as such.
All right. That's actually kind of important.
Sure.
Where do you like to drink?
Well, what's this talk about me and... No, I thought you were here to help my daughter.
I am. And I need to get a sense of where your family likes to go.
Well,
you and your family.
Why don't you ask about her and, you know, that crazy boyfriend of hers?
I will. Right now, I just want to get some sense of who you are and why you're so important to her.
Well, I'm her father.
Exactly. So where do you like to drink?
Well, Allegria, probably, yeah. The Allegria. Dex has heard of the place. In fact, he might even know the owner if we come to that. Yeah, it's a casino.
All right. And do you owe any money at the Allegria?
Well, I mean, who doesn't?
I know, right? Do you owe any more money than usual these days?
He again glances back at where Margaret used to stand, and reassured by the fact that she's not there, she's not looking, he kind of lowers his voice a bit. Well, I mean, I might owe the owner a bit. But, I mean, it'll be fine. I just need to win again.
Roscoe owes money. Do I know if the owner is connected with the mob?
Of course he is.
Of course he is.
Okay, so you know the name of the owner, Whitey Alexander?
Owner, Whitey Alexander.
Yep.
Okay. And did your gambling change at all recently? Did you win big, lose big?
Well, I mean, you know how it is. You
I know how
win
it is.
some, you lose some. That's just the nature of the game.
But sometimes the cards are in your favor and sometimes they hate you.
Well, I mean, if I'm being honest, they weren't very nice to me lately.
These last couple months?
Oh, his shoulders kind of slump a bit. More than that.
All right. More than that?
Hey, listen, I earned this, okay? I worked all my life, and now I get to have some fun.
Absolutely. And isn't that rush when you win great?
Well, damn, yes it is.
Oh, yeah. But I'm just interested. So, this not so good streak happened a few months ago?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't call it a streak as such. You know, I'm quite good at the games.
It's just a one or two
I
really...
have a system, you see. He taps his nose.
And misses? I see. And obviously your system must be quite good.
Well, yeah, of course.
Of course.
But I mean, I do owe some money to Alexander, but you know. Anyway,
yep. Wait. Whitey Alexander. Okay, so Alexander is
Whitey is the first name.
Right. Very good. And when was the last time that Alexander needed to have words with you?
Oh, I mean, he's... Well, we have a gentleman's agreement, I believe.
And when did you put this agreement in place?
I mean, well, look, Margaret had been kind enough to help me settle my debts 6 months ago. And I've been mostly doing fine after that.
Okay. Until?
Well, he doesn't have problems with me. He knows I'm a good customer. I'll come and play and I'll win some, and when I lose, I'll play some more.
And
that's what the business is about.
It is. Does anyone else have problems with you?
Don't think so. But listen, speaking of problems, that crazy boyfriend of hers, I heard he's involved in some things down in Mexico, something strange.
Really? And who's this boyfriend?
Some daily person, Dali.
And this is Roscoe. Oh? What can you tell me?
I don't know. But you hear some things. You hear that he's not a person to be involved with.
I see.
Suppose she's not involved with him now, but...
Do you know anything about moonshine?
Not really. I mean, I said I'm not a connoisseur, but
Yes,
not to that.
You have some standards.
Yes.
I understand. And so this daily is involved in something in Mexico? I'm going to use assess honesty.
Oh, this is such a load of bullshit.
Right.
So in addition to him blatantly just misdirecting from his own shortcomings, he's throwing...
He's throwing boyfriend under the bus.
Yes, and without even any particularly thought out.
So there's no corroboration, there's just throw boyfriend under the bus.
Yes.
Okay. So Roscoe threw BF under his bus as distraction. Because it's always important to note when they get defensive. But I'm not going to push right now. I want to get the sense of the decision space.
Sure.
So we're going to cover Dear Old Dad with the Allegro, because that's that plot. Marshall is off there. Bloody Dress is who knows. Car. So this is going to be our evidence pile. Well, thanks, Roscoe. And you know what? One of these nights, we should go drinking.
Well, I mean, you know where to find me.
I do.
Although, maybe it's best you don't.
If you hear anything, can we keep in touch?
If you might, I'll do anything to help my daughter.
Sense honesty there?
Well, he'll do anything short of not actually gambling and indulging his vices.
So he'll do most things which are convenient to help his daughter.
Yes, he loves his daughter.
Okay.
There's no.
Well, no, that's what I want to get. I want to see if there's any motive
He loves his daughter. He's concerned for her.
Okay.
He's not actually going to change his ways.
All right. And so with that, Dex,
the other Rex,
King Dex, takes his leave, gets in his car, and goes to a fairly dingy diner for real breakfast that isn't endless toast. And with that, I say unto thee, Walate Sodales, all shall be well, and all manner of thing shall be well.